going back in time, let's talk about your first deal.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find it?
So I actually found it through a wholesaler. So from networking, it's one of my powers, one of the things I can do. I can pull people together, and through my network, I found this deal. They had it posted for retail sale, but then out of nowhere, the investor that owned the home decided he wanted to pull out faster and put his money into an apartment complex. So if the wholesaler could transact the deal in 1 week, she could make a lot more money. So I just happened to be positioned. I had money ready for lending, and I hadn't committed to a deal yet. And I was positioned to be able to do a cash buy in 3 days.
How much money did you make with that particular deal?
About 100,000. It was a flip.
And what was the challenge? Because you didn't have experience back then. That was your first deal. What was the challenge that you had it with that particular deal?
Challenge, so it's probably people related, because I always partner with people. So it is a first time partnership. So you have to figure out how you communicate. When you say certain words, what do they mean? Who's doing what? Or, making sure all the bases are covered. So I think all the knowledge was there. Everybody knew exactly what they needed to do, but exactly who's doing what so that it goes smoothly.
And that goes for any work.
Mm-hmm.
Communicate with your team.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I speak half of sentence, and I believe, and in my mind, I already said they got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then say, oh yeah, I got it. I'm like, thank God, because I don't have to continue on. Well, that's a mistake, because they most likely did not hear or understood exactly what was going through your mind. And I talk fast. So I have to remind myself, doesn't mean just because they say, yes, I got it, they actually really got it.
Yes. Look for some kind of comprehension. And because we use the same words doesn't mean that we're meaning the same thing.
What does that mean? And really going back and like, what do you mean? What did you understand? What did I really said?
Yes.
The answer is there, but the details is not there. So is their fault or is my fault? And that goes for our construction and for even the title office going back and forth. And even with our homeowners that we are working with, making sure you get all those details out back and forth is huge. And when you sign a JV, when you're partnering with someone, what is in that JV?
Right.
Because everybody comes in with a different background, different experience, different wants and needs. And how far do I go for every single property? And I think learning how to communicate
exactly
in our deals is huge.
Right. And we always assume, we don't know it, but we assume certain things. And you really need to restate that. Exactly.
And sometimes we get so busy, as always, we just like, I'll take care later. Right. And sometimes it's too late. Sometimes we end up losing a deal because we didn't stop and really take care right when it was right there in front of you. Because other things became a priority, even though that should be your priority.
And that being said, I don't think I'll ever not partner. 2 brains are better than 1. And you may box yourself in and not see something, and your partner may point it out. So I always feel like it's more powerful if you approach something together. So that's one of the reasons why the network was so important. I didn't feel like it was the best idea to try to do it alone.
Can we do it all? Yes. Can we make all the mistakes? Yes. But can I get to my destination fast if I do bring someone that has been done the reps or the equity partner or the sub-2 and so many other strategies that they're an expert because they have done so many instead of me going in trying to figure it out all by myself.
Absolutely. And it's more fun.
You're going to finish that project much faster. And another thing that I like about partnering, yes, I know a lot of things. I know everything. But when it comes to the bookkeeping that I don't like, and then, work with the city that's depend on your project, open up in
the license
and the plumbing and the electricity and so on. And then making sure we are on budget, we're on time, and make sure all the contracts show up on time. I don't want to do all that by myself. So I am going to bring someone boots on the ground for me to be able to manage 10 different projects instead of 1.
Exactly.
And that's what I love about partnering, because I don't have to do everything by myself. And I like to manage 10 different deals instead of 1 by myself.
Well, and you're diversifying. So just like in the stock market, they don't tell you put everything in one stock. It's the same with houses. what if you picked the wrong house? What if you picked the one that had holes in the gas pipe and termite damage and whatnot? So when you have 10 houses, you've diversified.